Coffee cold, mine's woke. 2 mics, 1 code. Yeah, yeah. Scrolling through the chaos, headlines loud, hearts numb. Then I hear that drip talk, cutting through the hum. Gem with the side eye, true stain with the data in his cup. They don't just gas up dreams, they show you how to level up. Oh, from the hustle to the headlines, from the culture to the grind. Every angle, every timeline, they lace and never waste your time. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it hit. Oh, tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest. Clicking, let your future flip like describe your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Oh, yeah. They make it make sense. Yeah. I'm tired from the doom feed, faith in rent thick algorithm playing mind games, selling you the same quick fix. Then I catch that real talk about credit scores and crypto slips. Union fights and AI rights, and why your boss be talking slick. Left lane, right lane, truth rise in the same frame. If it's cap, they call names. If it's facts, they fan flames. Oh yeah. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it run, let it hit. Tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest. Clicking, let your future flip like describe your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Yeah, they make it make sense. Yeah. From your psychic to your 9 to 5, from the group chat to the bottom line. There's a late night guide through the glitch and grind. If you listen close, you gon' change your life. Change your life. Welcome to the daily drip. Let it run, let it run, let it run, let it hit. Hey, tech and politics, stacking common sense. Turn it up, feel it in your chest. Dig in, let your future flip like subscribe to your own ascent. Every gem, every take, every tip. Our daily drip, they make it make sense.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to our daily drip show. I am your co-host, Jim Jones, in the building. So happy y'all could be here with us. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're already here. We have a great show for y'all tonight. We, as in me, Jim Jones, along with my co-host, Plain Dane. We're here to give y'all that politics, news, a little bit of that media sprinkled in. I have a background in tech and various industries, so I'm coming with that perspective. And along with me, I've been talking about Plain Dane. Where you at, my brother?
I'm right here, sis. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It's your man, Plain Dane. Quick background. I'm specialized in risk aversions. I may call it insurance. And also have a very interesting background in being an anthropo Negro of sorts.
Wow.
I'm sorry, y'all. You know I suck at talking about me in that way. But yeah, I have a background in various different things. Not to mention film is becoming big again in my life. I do a lot of work behind the lens and a lot of production. Just like my man that we about to bring on as well, Cassius Pizzay, my dog.
Ooh, Cassius Pay. Cassius Pay is in the background. That is the producer. You will hear him chime in a few times. And yes, we appreciate him. So appreciate the whole crew. Like I said, if y'all ain't hit that like button, go ahead and do that. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you're a little skeptical, just hang tight. We'll let you show you why you want to go ahead and subscribe. Cassius Pay, say hello to the people.
What up, people? I don't do anything with film or nothing like that. Why are you trying to get all up in my pockets?
So he says. So he says he's a jack of all trades. You know.
Yes, and shout out if you
I
are
trade-
subscribed
I
part of
trade
the I
coins.
Squad.
I trade
Check us out.
stocks.
Yeah, we'll get to some
That's
money
about it.
stuff too today too. It's gonna be interesting. And check out the socials below. That's where y'all can find us. We are everywhere. We are absolutely everywhere.
And you
So
never there.
right. So
Right.
tonight's
I'm done.
episode, y'all, we're gonna ask one question: are we declining as a society, or are we just getting cheaper biscuits? Now y'all know we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and start talking about some of the mess. We ain't gonna get into the biscuits quite yet, though. First, we're gonna start off with talking about being American, right? Everybody knows about the Strait of Hormuz. There's a lot of turmoil kind of going on in the United States as far as the economy is concerned with inflation. Everything has gone up. People stressed out. If they're not stressed out, they maybe they're not stressed out, but people I have heard are stressed out, and so much that in this article they're talking about actual sleep deprivation. Let me see. Shout out to Samia MVR. We're doing well. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, y'all, if you ain't did it yet. So, according to Yahoo, they stole this from Fortune, not me. Yahoo did. Tristan and Bo talked about, hey, American work ethic. Everybody's working so hard and also worried about their job that there's a lot of sleep deprivation. This is linked to obesity, depression, and even early death. Listen, sis looks stressed. Right here, this face.
Yeah, she
looks
I ain't
stressed.
gonna. I'm gonna hold my comment on what she looked.
So they're saying that Americans are sleeping less, and in 2024, 30%, almost a third, slept on average less than 7 hours a night. Now, if you don't know anything about sleep, they definitely standard is somewhere between like 7+ hours a night. Anything less than that, you're teetering into. You cannot have trying to work out. You lose on workout gains. If you're trying to have memory retention, those things involve your actual health. So that only 54.8% at that time, according to the CDC, woke up feeling well and rested. That's super important. Regulation of your body is important. Sleep and a good night's rest matters in general. So I will put this in our notes so y'all can actually get these numbers, but I'm going to share a video next so we can actually see a video on that. I want to let y'all see that it ain't just the article. Ain't just the article in there. So let's go ahead and hear why sleep deprivation is horrible. And then we'll get into why this is important with some of the things going on. And then we'll tap on what's going on in the economy that's probably also stressing folks out. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
Sleep deprivation is so bad. 60 million Americans have chronic insomnia. And when you sleep, your brain cleans and washes itself. And so if you're not sleeping 6.5, 7, 8 hours a night, trash builds up and you feel tired, you feel sad, you can't focus, you sort of seem like you have ADD. Focusing on good sleep, which is
So before we continue, let's think about this. If you've ever had to teach somebody a new skill, if you ever had kids or watched kids, you can tell, like, you ever see the people with sunken eyes who just look tired? It really does impact their overall performance. This is important because if people are so worried about things, chances are they're also, this is transferring in their life as well. So when Americans are saying, hey, I'm stressed, economy ain't been like good for a while now. It ain't like it just popped up today, but people are sleeping less. We'll get into the spending habits a little later on the show, but I'll continue. Plain Dame, Cash to Pay, y'all got anything to add before I continue?
I mean, yeah, I am one person who have had a lot of issues with sleep deprivation, if you will. On a good night, that's part of the reason why I joined the 24-hour gym, because on a good night, man, I probably would get 5 hours of sleep sometimes. 6 if I'm lucky, you know? So this really speaks to me here. I have worked out a few different ways to actually get some extra Z's, but I'm not gonna lie. Going harder in the gym had me going harder on the sleep. So it kind of worked for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but this.
You saying get more sleep helped you go harder in the gym? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, like if I mean, for some reason, like it translates. So like if I'm waking up on the average at 4:30 and going into the gym usually. If I work out that day, 9 times out of 10 at night, I sleep better. You know, like my body has gotten, I don't know if it's just I have built up energy I need to get off. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's like my body has an internal alarm clock that's just like, bro, get your ass up, go to the gym, or just get up, period. You know, so I've been getting better sleep lately, though. I will say that.
All right.
I think that.
So I'll add a little bit to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So America is literally, tired trying to get rich, right? That's the main thing here.
And
They always
survive.
tell you sleep when you're dead. All that kind of stuff. People always emphasize getting a bag though, so we'll put it in that regard for people. But poor sleep costs, right? $280 to $411 billion a year. So that's about 2 to 3% of GDP in lost productivity, and that's due to two things: health costs and burnout. So on a personal level, sleep debt is like a 4-figure pay cut that you never see. So there are two polls that we look at. So Gallup and Rand type analysis, they put productivity as a hit roughly $1,900 to $3,100 per sleep deprived worker per year. So that's mistakes. That's you nodding off at your job. That's you getting up to get some coffee breaks, all of that. So when you do that, that's 2 to 3 extra sick days a month compared to a well-rested worker. So what we talking about there is grind culture, right? And, that's where you can work on bad sleep. And the math just says that you're that you're out earning your own slowdown. That's really what's happening. Every groggy hour at work is slower output, slower promotions for you, while your body quietly racks up healthcare bills. So you got to think about that when it comes to chronic diseases that come from this type of behavior. You're going to work yourself into an early grave. So the bottom line on this one for me is you might think that you're hustling harder, but if your sleep is trash, you're basically tipping $3,000 a year with Team No Sleep, putting it right in that jar for that religion, right in that collection plate.
Sometimes it don't happen right away. It might your crash and burn might be a year from now, but it always catches up. Like it just is what it is. I've seen it happen too many times. I've seen people have heart attacks on the job. And mind you, I have a desk job, and I've seen people fall out and grip their chest because worry and overly working themselves and not sleeping properly. So that's important, man. Get you some Z's, please.
Yeah, so I don't think we have to stay too long on this, but we don't really talk about mental health a lot of times. Like we'll go on social media, everybody's like, oh, I think it's actually Mental Health Awareness Month too. But we talk about mental health a lot, but we don't talk about like your actual things that you can do for yourself. Because I don't think that sleep qualifies under like the mental health realm. Like I think it's like under just health itself. And that contributes so rest allows your body the opportunity to I don't want to say kill off the cells that are like dying or slower or whatever, but yeah, you're like repairing yourself so that way you can be your best and have more oxygen flow and just your body to be able to renew itself. So you just slow down. And that's why like when people, if you ever buy a heart rate monitor and you go to sleep and you check the heart rate, like your heart rate is normally not up here when you go on to sleep. If you are, go get checked if you're having a heart attack. But usually it slows down dramatically when you're asleep because it's just
we are not
like able to
physicians and do not provide medical advice.
No, like I said, our personal opinion. If you go and just look it up too, like by what common heart rates are by your size, age, sex, gender, all those things, it will tell you what the baseline is, and it'll tell you what is high and what's low. And if you ever look, usually they'll tell you like when you're sleeping, people at rest. right? When you're resting, it's usually lower than when you were to go, I don't know, go run normally, right? Normally. There's an anomaly for everything. But if you don't actually allow your body to go into that state, then you don't allow it a chance to actually repair and renew. So if everybody's all amped up, worried about, am I going to eat? Worried about, am I going to be able to keep paying my mortgage? Worried about if robots are going to take over. Worried about if ET's coming. Then it's going to be really hard to take breaths and actually slow down to allow yourself to relax. Oh, look, Joe in the chat. Shout out to Joe.
What?
Yes, also
What
get
up,
your
Joe?
steps in, right? Like you do have to, we're not physicians, but talk to your nutritionist, your doctor, all the people about your health, but people don't talk about sleep and health. And so just wanted to also start off mental health awareness around sleep, because also, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I start getting a little loopy if I haven't had sleep for a while. Like, I'm not remembering stuff. I'm really agitated. I might be anxious or even sad, and those things, for me at least, it does affect if I'm sleep deprived. And so, just wanted to bring some awareness to that. Please, y'all, it says that America is averaging 7 hours and 5 minutes of sleep, which is comparable to the other nations in that article. However, it's lower than Canada, UK, I think it said Germany in that article. So please get y'all some rest.
Don't add in places that have siestas. Like, it's culturally appropriate for
who. Wait a minute. They got siestas and all. I thought that was a Latino, like Spain or Spanish-speaking country. Yeah, I'm looking like, what you talking about? UK, drop some drip in the comments. UK, y'all be getting naps? Because people, when I work with people in UK, well, nobody like, oh, it's nap time. I've never heard that.
Yeah, no. I got some nap time today. Just know that. That's important at a certain age. I don't give a damn.
Oh, shout out!
I think naps are underrated. Oh yeah,
they are.
That's what we do.
You know what? Before we go to the next topic, adding on to your naps, I asked someone who was over 80. I said, "Girl, you look good. What you be doing? What's your secret?" She said, "You know what? I don't have a secret." I said, "So what's something you do every day that you've always done?" She was like, "I take naps." I said, "Word." She looked good. She over 80. Baby, she don't look nothing over 80. She is definitely goals. And she takes a nap every day. She said, for the most part. And she says she's been like that since she was a kid. So I was like, I need to start taking me a nap. She gets her sleep. So to me, that rest and repair ask your elders. When you meet somebody who like 100 or something like that, just ask, like, hey, what's something you do that you've been doing? Because, hey, look, you made it to 100, so can't be that bad. Hopefully he's not smoking. But hey, like, I smoke a pack and I'm just kidding. I'm talking about somebody who's 100.
George Burns, when he old as hell, and
living like a rock star,
right?
Stogie in his mouth,
right?
Stripper on his lap. He lived that life. You understand me? Especially in the 80s.
Right.
Well, you know what? At this point, Americans don't sleep, but we do.
La pausa.
Really? We do, like to have our little treats when we can. And Delta said, not on our flights. Y'all heard they shut down Spirit. So what we about to do is we about to tighten that up. Be giving y'all too much free stuff. So to add on to high prices and stuff.
Oh, shoot, the biscuits.
Yeah, they said what is that, next week? They starting in 10 days, y'all. They got criteria. You ain't getting no snack or no drinks for the whole flight.
They the new Spirit. Shit.
All the airlines Spirit. They said, oh, they out here, we outside. We about to take that all over.
No, what it is you can get it if you pay for it, but we ain't
right. That's what that is.
That's all that is. It's gonna be on the menu.
Look, everybody from here on back ain't getting no snacks, no drinks.
Right, these biscuits ain't free.
You sitting near the tail.
You go to the bathroom, don't you? Then that's good enough.
They gonna put a lock on that. They gonna have a
Blow
code.
the toilet back here.
They gonna give you 3 minutes if you ain't paid for first class on the bathroom. It's gonna be beeping.
You sitting
I
by
don't
the
mean
tail,
to
go to
laugh.
hell. No, I mean, I'm like, I don't
It's
know how much money they
terrible.
was spending.
That's
How
the
much was they
anti
spending
first
on
class,
biscuits? Yeah, what was they spending on biscuits?
All right.
Like, my lord.
It said so if your flight is under 349 miles, so LA to San Fran, New York to Boston, Atlanta to Charlotte, you ain't getting no beverage and snack no more. Unless you
No
get
soup
Delta
for you.
first.
Hold on. You said New York to Atlanta?
No. It says Los
I
Angeles
was
to
gonna
San
say
Fran,
that's gotta be like a
New York
at
to
least 4
Boston,
hours.
Atlanta to Charlotte. Anything
Atlanta
under
to Charlotte.
349 miles.
So what's that? 40
So it
minutes?
said,
40
but-
minute flight?
What was that, about an hour? It's probably about an hour. It says that this is in 2015. They discontinued it for flights under 250 miles. So
No. You
It
ain't
was
know
just
this
like,
is
no
the
well,
deal.
shit. While we at it, we might as well go ahead and
Yeah.
talk about
Man.
these efficiency gains that we doing through AI. AI said that
Right.
but it does say
No
that the decision comes due to the disruption in the airline industry because Spirit went out of business, citing a 2.5 billion loss over the past 6 years. And Delta had lent support and affected customers and staff offering, some of the flights there. So they stepped in to try to help, which was nice at Delta. But they said, listen, it wasn't that nice. We want to make that money back. With these biscuits.
give me mine.
He said, look, how can we cut? Okay, no soup for them. We gonna
Right.
cut no biscuits.
So they claim
Out.
that they said no changes to the in-flight service and that the quality remained the same. But you might want to go ahead and pack your extra snack for yourself.
Right.
So
We got
listen,
McDonald's at home. We got
Don't have
McDonald's
to.
at
Well,
home.
hold up. You
Right.
can't even bring food in there, right?
Nah,
On the
Or
plane?
you
that
can.
is.
They treat it like movies, don't they? Or can you bring food?
You can bring snacks in the
You can
bag.
carry on. Yeah, you can bag.
Yeah, in
your
your
own
bag, you gotta put in that little bag. You know what I mean? You gotta put in
Yeah.
that little bag. Or stuff that's already pre-sealed, you can bring those. But you can
I
buy
mean,
stuff at the
shit,
airport.
I mean-
too.
This
I don't
pisses me
understand.
off though. It does.
Okay.
We're paying premium
Mhm.
fares and getting budget treatments starting May 19th.
Correct. They are
They
making
fill these
premium
snacks and
experiences
drink.
disappear. Yes.
And the main and the comfort on flights under 350 miles, that's about 9% of their daily flights when I'm looking at this. So roughly about 500 short segments a day. And so competitors still hand out at least something, right? American, they give free snacks and drinks on flights over 250 miles.
And Delta
United?
ain't cheap.
At all.
No,
That's
it's
why I was like,
At
it's
all.
not considered. Yeah. So United,
But I
they
mean-
give free drinks on the flights plus some snacks over 300 miles. And guess what? Southwest still offers snacks.
Yeah, but
And
don't even start on
non-alcoholic
Southwest. They
drinks.
don't even let you bring a carry on. You gotta fight for your life for your seat. Like, don't even
I
start
thought
with
they stopped
Southwest. Man, the Southwest, you can't even have. They used to let you bring 2 free bags, and now they don't even do that.
Yeah. So Delta is the one that's going bare bones and basically trying to become the new Spirit. So the cookie is cheap though, right? The signal though that they're sending out to us is expensive.
yeah.
You're still
They like,
paying
yeah.
baggage, seat, change fees, and the first thing to get cut is a goddamn 12-cent biscuit, not executive comp or these junk fees. So if an airline will snatch the cookie while profits are still up, imagine what they'll do when things get rough.
Oh yeah. The bag is next. No, they used to offer you the complimentary bag where you have to pay for that. That comes with your
I
flight.
used to love Delta, man. Delta was
Oh, yeah.
was my favorite.
Yeah, train sounded real nice.
Trains are nice. Like I feel it on the train.
Yeah, I'm about to
I
take
had
me
to take a train during like a crazy snowstorm to get somewhere. Man, that was my first train ride. It was nice. It was like floating on a Cadillac. I wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
And then
We was
you
talking
get to
about
go
that.
to the little restaurant in there when you get on a good one.
Yeah. You got the food cart. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's underrated. It's an underrated experience. People don't talk about enough because of the time that's involved with getting to and fro, which I can understand that part, but shit. Might be quality transportation at this point. Trains might be making a comeback with all of what's going on.
Oh, you said they're gonna start charging for babies under 2. They charge you for the car seat rental. I don't even think I think the baby's sitting in the lap, dog. I think
they can, but no, people can put them on a car seat and they can have it AC too.
Can?
Yeah, they can. But it's free if they're like under 2 and they're in your lap. But like if you want them to have their own seat, I believe they have to have a car seat, and then you pay for a seat. So that way you don't gotta hold the baby. That's gotta be terrible trying to hold like a 2-year-old or something like that on the flight, boy. Whoo, like a 4-hour flight, man. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and go to this video real quick. Let's go to the video real quick, and then we'll go to our next topic, because Good Morning America had to put their little 2 cents on their little sauce on there.
Would you like a Biscoff cookie and a complimentary beverage when you
please.
travel?
Yes, please.
You may be out of luck. Delta is eliminating snack and drink service on all flights, but get this, under 350 miles. That's the important boundary right there, unless you're seated in first class. By one estimate, this will affect only about 450 flights a day. But this isn't all bad news in the announcement. Delta will seriously upgrade service for over 700 flights to full service if you're flying over 350 miles, between 350 and like 499. Of course, we've been seeing the impact of those soaring oil prices on the cost of travel. This feels like another way that passengers are getting squeezed out, with airlines raising prices.
So cash is paid.
People don't even mess with the
That's what you're
cookies
talking
like
about.
that, to be for real. Yeah.
I mess with them cookies.
Shit, I don't. You gotta catch me after
I'm
I
eating.
bought a drink
If
or
you be
two.
like, no
I
cookie,
might get a cookie. But,
when they say you want a cookie and they ain't go, I'll be like, I got a cookie. Thank you very much. I'm eating.
hell no. Ain't no chocolate chips.
I paid
in
for
that
this.
thing.
I paid for this flight. I'm taking that biscuit, baby. That's
The
my
Biscoff,
biscuit.
whatever it is.
Biscoff. Yes, I paid that ticket. It's mine. So let's see what else GMA have to say.
Up an average of almost 20% since
Ooh,
the war with
20%,
Iran started.
wow.
It is also coming at the wake of the collapse of low-cost carrier Spirit Airlines. Spirit CEO Dave Davis cited the rising fuel prices as the reason for that shutdown. Passengers now having fewer options when to fly, and beverage service as well. The move by Delta is not unprecedented. If you look at the others, United doesn't offer snacks for flights under 300 miles, and American's cutoff is 250 miles unless you request them. The change starts 2 weeks from now.
So that's the other airlines. That's the real tea right there. They too have dabbled in the reduction. It ain't just them. Y'all still drip in the comments. Y'all still flying? Y'all mad about it? What y'all about to do with it? To me, I would love to know. So here's my thing. If we ever bail out a business that's privately owned, because these are privately owned. It's not like these are federally owned, but they're federally regulated.
Oh, you mean them cookies paid for by tax dollars? Then give me mine, bitch.
No. I'm saying they're federally regulated, but they're not federally owned.
Oh, okay.
And so what I'm saying is,
if they get a bailout, I need mine.
That's where I'm going with it. To me, if any company, and we should, this is my drip on this. I believe that legislation needs to be passed that at any point we ever give a bailout on any company, their books need to be open from here on out. If you ask me for your money, no, because like if we would have helped Spirit, cool. Where are you spending your money? Because I don't never want to have to bail you out again. It should be open. How much you paying the pilots? How much you paying? Like not that we could tell you how to spend your money, but if this happens again, we want to see where you spent the money. And that's my thing on this, is if any industry of we need a bailout, cool, open them books. That spreadsheet you was talking about.
I want some pho on my flight. If we gonna be bailing some, I want to be in that mother slurping noodles. I want it with a nice beverage. Listen, I need somebody to rub my shoulders too. Shit, if I'm gonna bail you out like that, yeah, definitely. Y'all can keep them damn biscuits though. Shit, if it was some Oreos, you might have heard me a little upset.
But no drink either though. You about to be dry on this flight, so you gonna have to bring your drink with you.
Shit.
It sounds like they're not even gonna let you buy either. Like it sounds like because the service is actually allowing you to buy too.
I ain't met a stewardess yet that could tell me no. Especially on the beverage side. I'm gonna get me a beverage. Baby, go get me a beverage. Nah, that was for the other one.
So Joe said, I need these flight prices to go down. I'm trying to fly this young thick out. She needs that biscuit.
Why you saying like that though?
Right. You sound like a sleaze bag as he reads these.
Well, giggity. I'm trying to get a character.
Giggity.
One, all right?
Yeah, we gonna call you Stanley when you use that voice.
Thicky. She needs.
I mean,
Stanley the
honestly though, they're like, I don't know. They're gonna have premium. Who gonna be allowed to have the air mask above at this rate? It's just getting ridiculous.
Right.
Like, oh, you didn't pay premium. Share with your neighbor.
Yeah, you and your neighbor better hug that flight jacket. Y'all gonna have to hold that mug together if we go down.
Something like that. It's ridiculous. Look, to me, this is what's going on too. Like, nobody wants to talk about this. Companies are. I'm not reading that again. I'm not reading that.
Yeah, get that out of here.
Companies are slowly spending. Companies seem to be quietly panicking, is what it seems like. They don't want to tell us they're panicking, but they're quietly panicking. And it's translating to a soft demand. People are broke, but they're trying to look calm. So let's talk about it. It used to be, people stunting. I don't think people stunting. I don't know if they're allowed to stay able to stunt no more, y'all. Y'all ready to see what's going on with that? I'm going to chop this one up a bit, I think. Let me make sure I got the timestamps on those. This one is, let me chop this up a bit. We're going to start right. We're going to skip through. We don't need her doing all that. So the guy is an economist, and the lady is commentary. I don't remember what she is, but he is an economist. I want you to know that because that's the perspective he's going to speak to. So let's hear him out.
McDonald's, the consumer spending is getting...
Yeah, so they're going to start off talking about consumer spending is down. Actually, let me go.
Consumer spending is down. Well,
yeah, consumer spending's down. But the real issue is that consumer spending is down, and McDonald's like, yo, it's gonna get worse. Like Papa John said that people ordering smaller pizzas, like, people are being squeezed. So that's where this context comes.
Said on their earnings call, McDonald's, the consumer spending is getting a little bit worse. The CEO of Papa John says his customers are now trading down to smaller pizzas. The CEO of Kraft Heinz tells the Wall Street Journal that consumers are, quote, literally running out of money at the end of the month. And Whirlpool said today that they haven't seen demand this soft since 2008. What does all that tell you?
K-shaped economy. People at the bottom half of the economic ladder are struggling, and they don't have a lot of space to absorb the extra cost, particularly of higher gas prices. And as those higher gas prices feed through to everything else, like the cost of your stuff at McDonald's, because it has to get trucked there, remember? And so therefore, what we are seeing is most consumers who don't have extra money are really, really squeezed.
Then help me understand this. And Justin, I'm coming to you in 1 second. I've been saying it all week. I just came home from the Milken conference, right? Filled with the most successful investors who are talking about this like these are the go-go days. So beyond this K-shaped economy is the ultra 1% so disconnected from the rest of the world. If you take the Forbes 400, right, richest people in the world at the end of the Biden economy, their wealth has exploded in the last 2 years.
Okay, we'll pause and get into that.
Isolated from it. If you look.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
pause
want-
and get
you
into
wanna
that
talk-
so you can transform.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
want me
I
to
can
do
talk
that?
about
Right
it.
I mean, she was about to get into the top people, but I can stop here. So basically, because I wasn't ready to transform yet, but basically, people aren't spending. People aren't spending, and companies aren't gonna outright be like, we're hurting. Y'all ain't buying these Big Macs or whatever other things from the arch that we have, or other businesses that do fast food, or we ain't even talking about the sit down restaurant industry, right? Y'all are not coming to go outside, and that is a problem because we pay people to be here if you want to come outside with the assumption that you would come outside. And so when people are not spending their money there, they're still paying staff, right? Like, you still gotta have the stuff cooked even if people don't show up. So they're losing business, but they're not making the money that they thought they would. And so normal people who would buy there is typically not the billionaires, right? Like, they ain't pulling up every day to get them a chicken nugget meal. That's not who's buying that. So if you are using AI, or if you're like, you know what, we can just make Jill do two jobs, right? And not pay Jill and Johnny and get rid of Johnny, right? When you do those things and you start cutting down the people who work, those are the people that when they went to work, they were going to fast food. They were buying the stuff for their kids. Instead, now, we talked about this on the show the other day, they got to go buy the potato and cut it up themselves. And that potato got to go for the whole family. So this is the squeeze that they're making for themselves at this point. So that's how I'm going with that, because they're going to get into the billionaires part next.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like with the advent of people having to come back into work, that's one thing, right? People used to be able to have extra money because they didn't have to go into an office. The gas price damn near, doubling on some people, going from around $2 to $4 is a hard pill to swallow, especially for people who got trucks. When I walked past, well, technically I walked past the pump. Before I went and pumped my shit, I saw something that said $480 something. I said, yeah, that must have been a RV or something that had that kind of price tag attached to it.
Gotta be.
Yeah, because I was just like, goodness, 400 something, or it had to be diesel. I just did. I was like, what the hell they put on these trucks?
I mean, if you have a diesel truck, if you got a diesel truck, maybe, because diesel is what, $6-7 a gallon.
Yeah, it had to be an F650 or something. Pastor Troy was mad coming up. He said,
None of the decisions I have to make, which car I'm gonna take when I skate.
It's like a 50-something gallon tank.
I mean, but overall,
I'm looking at it's like 50-something gallon on $6-7 a gallon. It's like 50-something 55-gallon tank.
Yeah.
I would tell you from a personal perspective, folks feel like they've been being robbed, and at this point, with everything shooting up, they like something got to come the hell down. We can't, they want yesterday's price. They like, we want yesterday's price. Fuck today's price. That's what they saying. So you probably won't see no big change until folks start making adjustment to the cost of things. Because don't nobody care about a damn tariff. Don't nobody care about a damn what's being shipped. It costs what? We don't care about none of that. If the demand is down, then they're gonna have to change up what they charge. So people don't want to go and spend that money no more. Buying dinners is becoming a thing again, as in buying dinner to cook. People making spaghetti more often again. Yeah, we're getting food. All that extra, you're gonna get that, baby. We got McDonald's at home conversation when you talk to the kids. So yeah, I mean, gas price too damn high. So that's where everything else suffers. We've seen this before.
So we have them talking about this, and then we're gonna get into credit card spending next. So this is like going into the financial stuff. So I'll let them talk a little more because I want him to talk. It kind of gets to the point. He was actually kind of funny, but I want the economist to talk a little more.
This is an administration, the first Trump term and the second Trump term.
Boom. So also look at this. So this was, this is like literally today, but look at this. A month ago, it was what, 40 cents less, and a year ago it was $1, 40 cents less. That's crazy.
And they talking about averages.
Averages, y'all.
So if you in California right now,
add $2.
You gotta add $2 to that shit.
Yeah, $2. That's crazy.
All about lowering energy prices and an incredibly successful record in doing that.
You saw yesterday, energy prices came down below $100 a barrel. We're in a good place.
We're in a good place.
Did you hear that? He said we in a good place.
No.
I hear that.
All of that lag.
I
It's
guess
not like everything else goes under.
I'd like to think Sean Duffy watches this show, but maybe he doesn't. And
he
gas
got his
in
face.
California
He
is over
said,
$6 a gallon. But he's welcome to watch or come on.
I just love the idea of an energy secretary boasting in a moment like this. I mean, it baffles me. Look, Steph, I actually have a PhD in economics. I studied for years. I've read thousands of research papers. And right now I'm on television trying to tell the energy secretary that energy is expensive. It's not that hard.
But then explain what's happening.
He looks stressed. Look at his eyes.
Explain to us what is happening that you are watching
Just
the
filled up
energy
his
secretary, the transportation secretary on TV speak to the American people and say the opposite of what our actual lived experience is. You heard me just rattle off to Brooke what we're hearing from McDonald's, from Papa John's, from Whirlpool.
Oh yeah, Whirlpool said that too, which is
Steph,
wild.
you just turned me from enjoying a laugh to actually a deep sense of angst. This is the post-truth moment. Some of us believe there is a thing that's called the truth. And if we can't speak to it, if we can't recognize it, if we can't see the problems of our neighbors, we can't address them. This is a profound shift in how American politics works. It's one that throws all expertise out the window, but it's not just expertise, it throws out reality. And more than anything else, that really fundamentally offends me.
For the past 2 years.
So, what are y'all thoughts before I get to the next one? Do y'all think that that the energy secretary is just looking at the data itself versus like subjective information? Or do we think that, there's a really big disconnect between what the average American person actually experiences?
So like in this situation, I'm gonna just try to simplify it as much as I can. It's like, hey, you getting punched in the face. You could be getting punched in the face twice. It's not that bad. It's like, no, we're not gonna get used to getting punched in the face, dude.
Well, I could have punched you in the junk. I was punching you in the junk though. You know we could kick you in the balls, but we just punching you in the face. I just feel like they're doing what they've always done. They're trying to normalize pricing. They want you to get used to it so they can say, hey, it's not that bad. We're actually doing okay. If we drop it 50 cents and keep it there, look at the improvement. Like, no, we over that. Like, y'all gonna stop robbing us. Stop robbing us. And on top of that, I still feel like we paying for the gas that's already been purchased. I still feel like that. I don't this
feel
ain't
like
even Hormuz gas.
Yeah, this ain't a straight up Hormuz gas. This is gas that
that's that Detroit gas right up the street.
Ahmad and them.
My cousin just pulled that out and refined it.
Y'all been bought that gas. Y'all doing the same thing that street pharmacists have done. The price of the brick is up because it's a shortage, or at least we giving the appearance of a shortage. You're not about to get me used to the grape at the pump. You're just not about to, and that's just it. Like it was a year ago. gas was $3 and some change. And oh yeah, that wasn't that. No, it's still high, dude. It's still high. Drop that ish down to at least $2 and some change, and then we got something to talk about. And that's what's happening. Everyone's waking up to the robbery. It's robbery at this point.
I was just talking to, like, in my lifetime, I've seen gas at 99 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, I've seen a 99 cents, $1.06. I remember when it broke $1 and people was all upset. I can't believe gas $1 a gallon. It's like, I bet you wish it was $1 a gallon now.
Right. And what they do, they got you used to getting elbowed in the chest at that point. They kept hitting you with this. It ain't that bad. You just getting elbowed a little bit. Now it's like, damn, I'm used to, my chest done got a little stronger. Now I'm okay with that. Okay, well, embrace your face, because we about to punch that motherfucker next. Here come the $3. Like, come on, y'all we not about to get used to this no more. So
that came back when when Bush was in and gas was at past $4 a gallon back then.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's all corporate greed at this point.
Well,
and I honestly feel like people are driving less because you got hybrid work schedules. You like the demand has
demanding it at work too. They like, you make us come in 5 days like that, legit. Like every time I quit. See who about to be working this bragging.
A lot of my people. Hey, a lot of my people like, dang, I know you in the office, but you less than 15, 20 minutes away from work. I gotta drive almost an hour. Bro, I'm only gonna see y'all twice a week. And who am I to argue with that kind of logic? Because this gas is high as hell.
Because it's $100 for him to come to work.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of the people I work with, they got tiny cars. These are younger people. They don't have big families. I'm probably the only one in the office with like a large family, with extra kids and all that. So yeah, man, everybody's tired of the robbery. It's getting old.
Well, let's take a look at that. Since you saying everybody tired, are they though? Because you gotta take a look at this. Take a look at this, y'all.
Tonight, the Trump administration is celebrating a potentially alarming trend, claiming it's a sign of consumer confidence. Trump's top economic advisor says the American consumer is, quote, really firing on all cylinders for this puzzling reason.
I had the head of one of the big 5 banks in my office yesterday going through the credit card data. And just as Secretary Bessent said, credit card spending is through the roof. They're spending more on gasoline, but they're spending more on everything else, too.
Today, Kevin Hassett credited Trump's no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security policies for
people
putting
using their credit
so
cards
much
for normal
more
everyday
money
items
in Americans'
huh?
pockets.
That's
Notably absent from that list, Trump's tariffs, which are said to have cost the.
So I need you to
check
go back.
Check back with me in the fall. So when this quarter
I want you to look at how he looked. I'm gonna put the sound off. Look at how he looking while he's saying it's puzzling. Everybody's spending money on credit cards. It's really rallying.
Like brain from Pinky and Brain.
But my thing is, look how happy he is to basically, say, all these folks are struggling, right? I got my glasses on, so you already know how it is. I already know what it is. It's about to get real jazzy around here.
Don't talk me with your bougie glasses that you got on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to make sure I got
who gonna get it in? Because I'm ready if y'all not gonna do it.
You go ahead, because I gotta make sure I get that part. Okay. No, I got a little bit. I'm gonna let it play a little bit more, and then you go ahead and get it in. Okay.
All right.
I was just trying to make sure that because it's gonna be, so Kevin O'Leary is going to hop in and discuss a little bit, and then I'm gonna break this up into 2 parts. Yeah, I'm gonna break this up in 2 parts.
Take it and subscribe it to people. I don't want to own a damn thing. I want to lease your company, and then at the end,
sounds like a rich guy.
If you pay me back, then I'm gonna make you pay me a fee to sell your company again. Yeah.
Right.
Economic people who can make a good case for why people spending themselves into debt is a good thing for the economy, sure. But for actual American pocketbooks, when you are spending yourself on credit cards, it's usually a sign that things are not going well with your cash flow.
Distress. Yeah.
It's very interesting what's happening because I was listening to the Disney call, the earnings call, which is such a great index for consumers. Think about families going to theme parks, buying gasoline, buying stuff. So the Disney,
pause it there
this
for
is a
me
new
really
CEO,
quick.
it's his first call, was asked right out of the gate.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I saw for the first time in my whole ass life a commercial for Disney where it had no damn kids in it. It was a bunch of weirdo dudes and people, because it was some non-binariness going on. They were Hogwartsing it up and shit.
First of all,
and they were
I know
kicking
come
it.
on this live stream and say that.
Like, I'm just saying, there's a bunch of Hogwartsing it up. Like they was kicking it, like fuck the kids is really what was going on.
Have you not heard about
commercial.
Disney World? Have you not heard about Disney World? Disney World has a whole Harry Potter scene, and
move these little kids out the way.
I've literally
MFs need to move.
I've literally been there. I went there with my parents a few years ago, like maybe like a year or two after it opened, and.
Yeah,
like
that's because Joe was in there.
I know
Joe was
with that green. Was the green beer? Is that what they drink?
Face. Get out, move.
Joe, what's that green beer they be drinking?
I got the pants, little bitch.
Yeah, Joe, what's that green?
It's farming kids.
So Disney World,
Exodus Vector or whatever the hell it is. Spectrum Aurum. Get
expectedly sorta, but Disney World has a Hogwarts, like a whole Harry Potter themed area, and I've actually been to it. It really wasn't a lot of little kids. You even have height requirements and weight requirements to be on the rides. Like you have to be of a certain size. Like,
are you 18? Get the hell off the ride.
Kind of, because look, it wasn't no.
Are you 21? No, because this is a Hogwarts bar. Get the hell out.
They did, but they did have a bar. They have like it's like called a something beer. I can't remember what it's called, but they do have like it's a specific beer that they have. But on the ride, for example, like I got on the ride and
he said butter beer and pumpkin ale. So
you go. Mm-hmm. Joe know what he's talking about. But yeah,
right,
butter
because
beer.
He had the VIP pass and he had a broom and shit that he was
in
that.
He was in that commercial.
Was it Cribbage? Quidditch?
He
was in
you already
commercial.
know I ain't on this shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. Exodus Vector.
Like I said, the reason why it's gonna make sense that they market to them is, like I said, that Hogwarts and that Harry Potter world is not even geared towards kids, no way. So I'm not surprised. Like I said, it was a size and weight requirement. It pretty much, if I had to put a size, you had to be probably between the age of like maybe 9, 10 to.
Well, you got to keep it real, right?
20s,
Hogwarts and all that. Like it ain't geared towards them because that everybody 40 years old that was reading them books and watching them damn movies. That they want you.
They're remaking it. They're remaking it with some younger kids, and the Sirius Black is black, so the black magic dark arts dude is a black dude. It's a whole thing around that. But anyways, I'm not surprised.
Everybody mad. It's like
they were mad
making Blur. That's the black.
They are mad. I actually saw a comedy sketch that was funny as hell about it. But yeah, it people are mad about it. They are mad that he's black. But yeah, I can see people, they should really market the Harry Potter world to adults. It's really Gen Z and millennials who are going to be their target audience. So they're adults. So sounds like smart marketing to me. But yeah, he's talking about the Disney call. And basically what he's going to say is that in this call that people are still spending and going, which tells them that people are making it a part of their budget to actually partake in this. And she's like, well, yeah, but just because they're partaking in it,
that's not
that
budget.
Doesn't mean that they're not
using
spending. Correct. And she says it's not like they're not, what they're saying with this credit report is that they're partaking in this, but they're using their credit to do so. And this is not fiscally, financially smart. And they're like, well, but
this dude is so
Just admit it, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Right.
You rock out. You
Oh,
rock
I'm sorry,
out.
not Sirius Black. I'm sorry, you're right. It is. I mixed it up because I said the dark arts professor and Sirius Black. Sirius
He
Black
on the
was the
ride.
guy who
You're
was
thinking.
in.
You're thinking of Professor Snape. So I've
Right.
heard. Like, man, come
No,
on.
yeah, Sirius Black was the dude who was in The Prisoner of Azkaban, I think. But anyways, you're right. You're right. The Professor Snape. So he's the dark arts professor is the black dude now. Sorry, Joe.
His neighbor mentioned.
You about to mess with me. Right?
He about
The mailman. The mailman said.
You ready to stir up for some Harry Potter?
And you are, bro.
You are.
He ready to stir up on me. I'm sorry.
I'm a
just trying to help
Trekkie.
him.
I like Star Wars. Hey man, we all geeks in our own right, man. I don't care.
But
I'm own
Joe
that
a
shit.
geek. He got an 802. He like Harry Potter. He like feet, ladies.
Right. He said the 304s be educating him about it. It's not nothing he's directly into. He just got friends of friends.
He just heard about it. He just
So
know
he's
details.
heard.
Yeah. So he heard. Rock out, bro.
Shout out to
Rock
Joe.
out.
Shout out to Joe.
That's my dog, Joe.
So that's basically in those calls, and she's questioned. Even though people are paying for it, doesn't mean that they're using credit. So then they're going to continue the conversation. So it's going.
It's hard.
Yeah, home.
Now,
That is,
I have no idea what he said.
No, I'm just saying instead of credit, it's buy now, pay later. It's Klarna. It's Affirm. That's still going on people's credit report. Counts as credit.
Boy, let me see.
But they done probably maxed
That's
out their damn cards.
crazy. That is actually wild. If this is on Klarna, and I'm gonna check that in the background if that's doing it. That's wild. All right, I'm gonna play this.
Heavy, I think Kevin said something that I think is a good point, and that has to do with confidence. People have some confidence about what's going on in the future. There were two numbers that came out this week that I think illustrate that. One is the ADP hiring report. They forecast 109,000 jobs added.
The
other thing was that the U.S. hiring rate
Right.
jumped to 3.5% in March, which is a 22-month high, and we're still sort of in a what do they call low hire, low fire? So sort of a muted turnover in the labor market. So I think there are jobs being added. People aren't worried about necessarily losing their jobs. So I think what Kevin was maybe, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but there is a little bit of confidence among the American workforce about, hey, my job is okay and I feel good about the future.
Can I ask you both just a question? This is just a literal question. I'm kind of taking Abby's role, I guess. But how do you say that we are not necessarily losing jobs and their confidence in the job market, but yet talk about the bolstering of AI? Because a lot.
Yeah, so that's what before he answers this, Kevin O'Leary said that by people being willing to spend, the hypothesis is that they believe the economy will swing back in their favor. And so they all kind of looked at them like, what? But he's saying that if you wouldn't spend money, that you don't think that you're going to be able to go get the money. That's his hypothesis, is that people are optimistic about being able to make that money back to pay back stuff.
You're going to spend
That's
money
where
on
this
an
is going.
experience because you don't know if you're ever going to be able to get there again, and they can't take the experience from you. You can't repo that. I already Hogwarts myself. You can't unexpect vitro me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
That's what they're getting
Expectro
into
in
here.
vitro. Get a
Go
pregnant,
back.
You know what I'm saying?
Go back to the years of 98 and 99 when everybody thought that the world was going in the year 2000 and see how they were spending money at that time. It's the same rewind of it all. Oh, we going to war. They're going to blow us up. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. I'm going to Hogwarts. You know, people were making excuses to spend money. People was making excuses to spend money. You know, that's what people look for. They look for reasons. I'm saying that's what happened.
You always wanted to be a you know, a Slytherin or whatever. Then
Right.
look, that's your closest thing. Get that black ass cloak and take your ass down there.
Right.
With 4 payments.
I'm
2.
gonna take this blue
go.
wig off and I'm gonna put on a black one and I'm gonna be Harry Potter for 4 hours because that's something I've always wanted to do as a kid. People are, man, that's what happens, man. Whenever folks get worried, folks get too stressed out, they turn into little kids. I see it all the time. There's people that you see that's about to get that be about to get fired at their jobs for some reason. They want to start shopping a lot, just kicking it and doing shit because they done the I don't care button and got pressed. And that's really all it is. And I guess it's an exciting time for people to be consumers because it's kind of like, okay, I compare it to girls who go to college and get bussed down by 16 guys. Same situation. Well, I'm in college.
So you've
I'm had this
heard.
experience. Yeah. So I've seen. Yeah, it's the same. To me, it's the same deal. Like, hell no. That's what's going on. You know, I'm just gonna have this experience because I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to do this again to where it's okay. You know what I mean?
Baby, you got coochie. You can do that again if you want to. That's crazy work.
You gonna do it 16 times in a week?
It ain't like it. But the thing is, it ain't like that's a crazy philosophy. Because you can't.
Do it
The
only
question is,
once
why would
until you
you?
transfer.
Why would you do it the first time? But all right.
But am I still gonna have this coochie with this kind of grippage on it? I don't know. Once I get married and have a baby, it's gonna be a different world.
But some down
BED, yeah, you know.
Bed you?
This is a sister school to ICDC college.
Ooh, that's a good one. Bed you. That got good. No, but no, for real, it's the same thing. It's like we're gonna have all these experiences. We're gonna do all this extra shit because I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this again. And when I go see my therapist later, I can explain to her that I was just a wild time in my life, you know, and I'm a wild.
Well, you preemptively doing that, right? When I turn 30, I'm just gonna say I'm renewed.
Yeah,
it's just a wild time.
That ain't a wild time. You a wild boy, a wild girl. That ain't a wild time. That's who you are. And when you get divorced, you gonna have a wild time again.
And you know, and then you got all these.
Right.
All
I
these
was just in a
people
dark
with these
place.
Sensitivities.
Literally.
Yeah, all these people with these sensitivities to things, and you know, I just have a sensitivity to stress, and you know, I talked about this with my therapist. That's why I went to Hogwarts.
This is crazy.
And I had a vendor at Hogwarts. I grew up in the ale house, and I didn't know who in Spectro in Vitro'd me. I don't know who the father is.
I didn't give myself 12 credit cards. You applied, motherfucker. What do you mean? Well, they didn't have to say yes every time. Like, shut up. I watch people do it. People make excuses to just become children when shit get hard. That's all it is. Nobody wants to cut back.
That's a good one because they're about to continue this financial conversation, and we'll get into our next topic. Let's go ahead. Let's keep moving.
I still want to talk
the same
about
people
credit
that we're
cards.
talking about.
We still are. Hold on. Let them finish so I can be done with the video.
Let them cook.
Who are in these jobs that pay between
important.
minimum wage and maybe, you know, $20 an hour. Those are going to be the same jobs in the next 5 to 10 years that are going to be excommunicated because of AI. So what is the balance there, and how we
loss of all jobs, and you're not seeing any new jobs that may be higher paying coming from AI? And I'll give you an example of exactly that. So people that used to look at the tops of Target stores and Walmart stores to look for every year cracks that they have to cover for insurance, that no longer is done by people going up ladders anymore. It's done by drones. And the people that fly the drones make 10 times more than the guys that went up the ladders.
So what happens to the people who went up the ladders?
Listen, the point is they...
No.
Yes.
I'd like a very specific question. So what happened? So that's my point. What happens to the people who went up the ladders?
Okay. Y'all ready for this? What do y'all think he gonna say?
He gonna say they're flying the drones. He gonna say that. But the thing is that the people who are flying the drones, they're going to get replaced by AI because you're going to be able to dispatch where the drones are going because they're just going to be flying around in airspace. And they're going to be taking pictures of everything anyway. And just so happen to buy the data to show my roof that has the cracks in it.
Right.
I'll take you a step even earlier than that. I'm gonna let him answer, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Because this, if I were this dude, if I was the dude
about to
on
be
the
some
left,
dumb rich man shit that he about to say.
They learned how to fly drones. That's what happened.
No shit.
You didn't even watch this. That's funny. Woo. Okay.
to them.
But
They
we're
know
not
the route.
investing in that.
They start making a lot more money. I mean, the point is, you make the assumption there's no mobility, that people are stuck in something they're doing when they're 28 or 38 years old. They're not stupid. They learn how to do new things. They're accommodating them.
I'll tell you one other thing. I interviewed a CEO.
So, riddle me this. If you were somebody who got on a ladder, right, and inspected something, you magically gonna know how to use something in a technology space?
Hell no, you a roofer.
Number
two,
number
your
two,
fingers don't fucking have the dexterity in order to even move a remote control like that.
But number two, chances
you can't
are
even use
you
a
gonna have.
cell phone.
But number two, chances are you also need a special certification to be a drone driver, right?
Yes.
He's talking about.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is like, so you saying it's a transferable skill? No, because that would mean that they have
You saying
lead time.
transfer your ass and retool.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's gonna transfer your grandson to sit his butt in there to do this, but you, sir, you ain't doing this. Your grandson might be able to go get a certification to do
No,
this. but you
grandson got T-6 months. The rate of scale that
right,
is
and then
happening
that's the next step is all I was getting. Yeah. Because it'll just map it. Any of y'all got one of them little robots in your house? Y'all got them robots in your house? Because you know what, the first time you run the robot in your house, you might have to go and clean up after the robot, right? Because it don't know what's in your house. But then model 2.0 comes out. Now robot kind of can remember where things are in your house. Then model 3.0 comes out. Now it gets the blueprint from model 2.0. Model 4.0 comes in your house and it's mopping, sweeping, doing the carpet, going upstairs. It's do. It's coming in here dusting. It know where stuff is on the walls. Model 5.0 is cleaning your entire house.
Oh, so now we talking about Rosie from the Jetsons.
All I'm saying, it's
Uh-huh.
got 360 view because it's learned from that model. So what going back to what you piggyback on what y'all saying is,
And my,
you
now
think
model-
about it,
model-
you
look,
are model 0. You're model
Right.
0. They're model 1.
Model 6 complimenting you and telling you you don't need that motherfucker. You can do
Model
it on
6
your
your
own.
girlfriend. That's your wife, your husband.
And I don't want to talk about Model 12. That motherfucker cook. And
That's
for some
Terminator.
reason,
What you talking about? Model 12 is Terminator.
disperse-
Okay.
Look, know how to disperse KY and some more shit. Like it's advanced beyond what it was originally purchased for. You like, wait a minute, why is Model 12 running bad water? We knew you were stressed. Like, what the fuck?
You go get your in that water though.
Right. Look, now
Your
you got the
feet
movie
rubbed.
Her. Y'all seen that movie Her? Dude fell in love with the AI girlfriend.
Yeah, we talked
Yes.
about that a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about it here, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Model
Now-
7 got
now we-
feet. I can't stand you, Joe. You and this
I was
feet,
waiting.
boy.
Yeah,
I was
but I
waiting.
mean,
My
there's
man was on time. Yeah.
but let's move it back to the credit card part with this demand that we talking about, since he getting into that spot.
They about to
So
get into
Walt-
that next too. So if you want to do that, then
Okay.
I'll finish playing his part.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and finish.
You go
it
ahead.
up.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead and do your part. I'm saying I'll finish with them.
Thank you.
After you talk. Yep.
Wall Street calls this moderate growth when we talking about this credit card, quote unquote, soft demand. That equals hard debt for you, right? So the statement that it really means is, I'm cooked. That's what it really means. Because TransUnion expects U.S. credit card balances to hit $1.18 trillion by the end of this year. And that's up from 1.16 trillion in 2025. On top of the huge spikes that already happened back in 2022 and 2023. Remember that? And everybody was already getting at the close of the pandemic. So the growth is happening, but it's happening at long, sharp rates. Think about your credit cards. I had to walk my grandma through credit cards because she got a damn 820 something credit score, and her shit was high. She was like, I can't understand why I got my. I was like, Grandma, stop using your credit cards. Stop. Just pay them off. I don't want to do it. Well, you're gonna do that. Otherwise, you're gonna be paying 24%, 24%. Yeah, and that's a good credit card these days. 24%. Because APRs are now in the mid-20s. That's for good credit. And the polls show that people with $10,000 plus in credit card debt are a growing chunk of households, because a lot of people can't even afford to get a $10,000 credit card to get in $10,000 worth of credit card debt in the first place. So that's putting us
Right.
in a new class of people that are having this type of issue, and they can't keep up. So inflation, it keeps forcing basic expenses into the plastic, if you get what I'm saying. So the financial sector, of course, loves this. It's called resilience because the future paycheck is already pledged to them. You get what I'm saying? So lenders are bragging about disciplined underwriting. And these are just people that care about their credit for now until they turn into a riskier borrower. And then you start locking in higher interest rates on these same people, because we talking about the mids. So that's your 640-ish credit score going up to your 720-ish credit score. That's that spot where you can get some shit, but you probably shouldn't really be getting some shit. And then that just takes me to the bottom line right here. They cheer about consumer strength, especially on here CNN and CNBC. What they really mean is this: you're still swiping that 24 to 34% credit card instead of saying no.
Yeah.
No. Just say no. Like your grandpa did. Grandpa said, if I can't buy that motherfucker outright, I ain't gonna get that shit. I don't need it.
I got cash. If I can't buy it, I don't want it.
There you go.
But this new group is old enough to know better, young enough to not give a fuck. Exactly. I paid my fingerhood off maybe 8 years ago. Yep. We all was in that fingerhood boat.
In that book, look at it.
Yeah. I got the shit in there, but they was, hey man, if you buy this and you pay this, it's gonna boost you. And then you saw it boost a little bit. Then you look through there, and all of a sudden you training yourself to find shit that you want in there. Now you owe $485. How? When?
Right, for all this bullshit that's in here. This ain't even real gold that you bought for this damn emerald ring.
At all. The rings look good when you first got them, though. I ain't gonna cap. It was all right.
Yeah.
But shit over with.
That the baccarat out of these.
Yeah, ordering Christmas chess pieces and shit, and it's February. Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, for real. Why do I need a Coca-Cola chess set now? It's February, but it was on sale,
Well, let's hear about CEO conversation, then we'll get to our next topic. We'll finish this out.
Actually, on my radio show today, who is head of this company, they make semiconductors. And because of the AI, you asked about AI, because of the boom, they're now currently building an advanced manufacturing plant in Greenville, North Carolina, that will add between 400 and 600 jobs in an advanced manufacturing setting. These people make a ton of money. The only reason they're building it is because they are the backbone that goes into NVIDIA. And so when you look at the interplay across AI, you can see there is manufacturing being added in a place like North Carolina. People are going to make a ton of money. It's only because of the AI.
So I think all of that.
All right, pause it right there.
Relevant, but I also think just getting back to where America.
Because the pushback on that. The pushback on that is going to be they're going to say we don't have enough skilled U.S. workers. So now, what do we got to get? H-1Bs in order to come in and fill these damn jobs. It's forcing the American people to compete in a space where you can't compete against somebody from the third world. You just can't. Now we're talking about dollars and cents. First of all, they take a lot less money. Unfortunately, they also are beholden to a country because they're gonna hold a green card over their head. Right? We'll sponsor you in about a dozen years, but until then, bitch, you work for me. And if you ever try to leave me, you never be nothing at all. You'll never be nothing at all. Right. So that's how they doing people. Danny Glover style.
Till you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna fail.
Exactly.
Sad
Or you
shit.
can always go
Sad
home,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess I work this 18 for the 8. And I'm talking about hour days.
Right.
That's what it is.
Now, customer service is suffering because folks can't understand, folks.
I mean, that's
It
what
gets
AI
deep.
is for, right? Ain't that AI that's over there?
Assholes involved.
That's all.
AI.
Yeah, because people going up to these spaces and ordering, they want to order nuggets from a tablet, and you end up getting 250 nuggets when you want it to.
Automation.
Why is my bill $3,000? You ordered 300 nuggets. I ordered the 3-piece nugget.
Or 3 orders of nuggets. For me and the kids. Who the hell eating all this? And why did y'all get that done so fast? What are y'all doing back there?
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Is this all chicken? I feel like it's some earthworm in this shit. Trading out meat. I don't know.
So I wanted to end on that because it'll segue into our final piece of the people's briefing. The master investor, y'all know I like a master investor. He talks about a lot of good stuff, but just a little drip on kind of where things are going. It was interesting how Kevin was like, "Oh, they'll just go drive the drone." Oh, okay. So let's hear about this global conference, what they got to say about where things are going.
4 things. I actually believe a new asset class will be buying futures of compute. We just don't have enough compute power right now.
So in the comments, people brought up
You
quite
sound
a
like
few.
buying some token shit. This is NFTs. this what.
Well, in the
what we're talking about.
comments, there were I'm trying to see if I can find it, but a lot of people were talking about it's a form of investing. They were talking about solar panels was an example, and it said that originally solar panels were just solar panels, right, to get energy and push it out, but then all of a sudden it became a part of real estate, and now you have solar panels on someone's house. And some of these people were saying one avenue is, could it be that some of the compute power comes from people's homes? Like,
they already done that before.
Yeah, but like, is that like
people
it's that
generating
new
tokens
wave
for Bitcoin until people started mining Bitcoin in big ass factories? That's the whole reason why Nvidia is in the space that it's in, because people were utilizing GPUs in order to crack the token space. More GPUs you have, the more tokens you're able to create, or you have a higher chance of creating.
Yeah, like, home data centers. They were saying, look at the partnerships that Nvidia has going on. In the previous video, before we move on, we'll drop some drip and then move on. Gosh, I can't remember what his name is, but the guy on CNN who was last talking, he said he talked to CEOs, and one of the CEOs he talked to is over a place in North Carolina, I believe, and he said that they are creating 400 to 600 jobs for the compute power for Nvidia, for the chips. I'm like, oh, they're gonna make 400, 600 jobs. 400, 600 jobs for how long? And what is the long-term goal of that? And so my drip on this is that we're gonna get sold a lot of, hey, we got 400 more jobs coming. We got them jobs for you. Who you got these jobs for? How long do you have these jobs for? And finally, for us as people, if they're going to use humans to make the blueprint for this stuff, it sounds like we probably should start getting some legislation on some type of royalties, residuals for the work that you've done. If they're going to replace you, you still going to pay for replacing me. I'm not sure how feasible that is, but it sure sounds like a good idea to me.
Well, I
I'm
mean, there's
mapping
going
it
to
for
be
you.
some
I'm
type
mapping
of
it for you
protection
every
there.
time it go through, and you go through the route I map for you. I should get paid for that. Since you're not gonna let me do it, pay me for my time for mapping it. No different than I put a little on a song,
There are people
right?
that's training AI right now. I mean, so I mean, it
And they
could
should
be
I'm saying they should
a,
be getting
a
royalties.
royalty
That should be
for training the
yes,
AI.
yes, yes. Same thing as if you put a little on a song sound. That's yours, right? That's your sound. So why is that any different? I'm literally laying the architecture, right? You took my steps,
That's
and
true.
like that's how mapping works, right? So that your robot, right? So we'll get a little bit of talk tacky to me in here. When you buy your robot and you set up in your house, a robot doesn't know where anything is. It goes around and it makes based on the steps where things are in your house. It bumps into stuff and whatever, and then you approve where it went. When it's applied to a big space, usually a human still taking and approving and mapping these things. If I'm the brain that helped make sure you mapped it because the robot wouldn't have been able to do all these things, you would not be efficient if it were not for me, would be my argument. And
Wow.
so I'm just saying, if it were me, if there was a chance, and I think that the
Yeah.
people should push for something like
But
this because we got 10
Jim
years
Jones
to
done
know.
Spotified the damn AI process.
And I think that people should consider that.
Turned it into ASCAP. It's AI cap. So
Yeah.
wow.
The thing is,
Well,
my
I mean,
thing is this,
that's the way to get paid for your intellectual property, technically.
and it is a company's intellectual property, but remember, intellectual property would never be intellect without you. They just got to put the stamp on what you thought. And so to me, I'm gonna leave this at that. Yes, these stocks will go up. Yes, but remember, you as a human, that is what makes humans great. Is that would not exist if it were not from you. So shout out to our people who do the manual labor. Shout out to y'all moving bricks, moving weight, moving cement, moving boxes, out here sitting here typing up all this code, checking all this stuff. Shout out to y'all for going to work every day. Because remember, without you, baby, that would not happen. And so I definitely think that we should come to our lawmakers and be like, yo, what can you do for me? How can we start getting money for y'all trying to replace us? Cool. I want 10 cents for every time I go around. I want 5 cents for every time I go around. You launch a new prototype on that, I need some money on that. Because now you stop my money from going. These are things that as a person, like I don't know the legality. Shout out to lawyers. Y'all can pull up, tell me if this is possible, not possible. I'm not a lawyer, but I think that this might be worth looking into. That's just me. I ain't nobody, right? But I'm for the people. So that's my 2 cents on that, y'all. Y'all got any drip to put into that? Or I get kicked off YouTube?
I ain't mad at nothing. I ain't mad at nothing you just said.
Out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it actually made it, I was gonna try to post some whole.
No, I ain't mad at nothing she just said. Shit, let's get it. I want a quarter though. She want 10. I want a quarter.
Well, I mean, the thing is that
gotta start somewhere.
like I said, it's like Spotify, so it didn't end up being. If this was a feasible thing, it would be fractions of cents, right?
And last add on that, like what you just said, when they scale it, right? So here's the thing, here's the real tea. Start off at 10 cents, but when I find out that you took my 10 cents and you took that and applied that to the world, baby, it's 50 cents now. Because you took this little bit that I had, I did this, and I did this. I can prove I did this, and now you ain't never gonna let me do this again. No, I need all, or matter of fact, I don't even want the 50 cents. Give me stock, give me this, give me that, give me whatever. Like, but you gonna give me something for my time, because without me, this wouldn't happen. And if you look at these lawsuits a lot of times too, that's what they be suing for. Without me, you would never be. No different in the music industry, right? Without my Pharrell, doom, 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 without that sound, baby, they wouldn't have known that it was Pharrell. They wouldn't have known it was backed by me. It wouldn't have been known when it's Moolah, baby. You wouldn't have knew it was Wheezy on the track. Like that's what they are.
That's that ammonia. That's that ammonia talk there. That's strong there, sis. Damn, I'm ready to go back to the streets.
Lawyers dropping the chat. I had somebody pull up talking about we need to have employee law. Listen, I'm no lawyer. I ain't nobody, but lawyers, please feel free to drop some drip in the comments. Let me know, is this even impossible? It might not be. Intellectual property lawyers, there's different types of law.
I mean, you would be setting a precedent for those who But then that means that code then would have that type of.
I'm on wax
privacy.
bringing it up first, though, baby. I want my royalties and my residuals too. If you win, ow.
I ain't mad at a good trendsetter. I just want
Joe
in.
says moving bricks will get you 20 to life, dog.
Listen, I meant literally bricks, like not drugs. My goodness, or rugs. I'm sorry, we're gonna get in trouble for that. I meant literally like physical bricks, like trade bricks, like brick house. I'm sorry.
We gotta recalibrate.
So
the
I've
thinking.
heard.
Moving bricks of that Nvidia stock may give you 20 million for life. That's the kind of thinking we gotta have now. We ain't talking about jail time. We talking about bank time. Run me mine. That's what we talking about. That's what he meant to say. That's what the point he was trying to get to. Shit, we gonna get this money.
Physical bricks.
I need 20 million. I need 20 million a month for life. If this scaled the way y'all think it's about to scale, let me eat the way everybody else eating. You guys got fat while everybody starved. It's my turn. It's my turn.
It's my turn. Yeah, it's my turn. Well, that was all I have on that. Y'all want to go into rewind and rethink because we about to get some. So I'm a little bit lighter and a little less heavy.
Yes, I am.
I am. No, we can keep it. We can keep it moving like a drive-by. Can I say
wow, I thought
allegedly, I've heard.
You know it's not the one, y'all.
So you drove.
I know.
Oh wow, what is this?
So this is am I an a-hole?
This already looks like it's about to be some bullshit. Whatever this.
We got two of them. We'll make it quick because
whoever they may be.
It is getting late.
Right.
They are actually pretty funny.
They is who?
Comfort Level Podcast. We've did one from them before. I like them. They're cool. So let's hear
So my 29 female husband, 31 male, got a paternity test on our daughter, 5 female, and it came back negative. But I never cheated. Now he thinks our relationship is a lie and wants a divorce. What do I do? I don't know how it happened, and I haven't been able to stop crying all day. I never cheated. I love my husband. We've been together since college, and he's the love of my life. He's handsome and kind.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip this whoop-de-whoop. So she said, I ain't never cheat on him. I promise y'all, like I did not. I love this man. And, you know, I don't understand how this came back negative. I've been basically trying to convince him that this is a false negative. Like, this has got to be your baby, okay? So people wrote in and gave her some advice on their side, what they think.
I'm scared that I won't be able to convince him. I just want our family to go back to normal. How can I be a good wife and support his needs while proving my innocence? Update. Hi, everyone. First off, I wanted to thank everyone who reached out.
So what do y'all think so far before we get into
what
this?
What college did she go to? Bed.
Oh my. She said she had only been with 3 people in her whole life. And she said the other 2 were way before him, and they had been married, she said, and they were trying for this baby. So it's not like she was out there, like this was them trying to get this baby. Okay, y'all ready for this? There's a reason why this is on Rewind and Rethink. All right.
Yeah, I got it.
My original post got so much attention. It was hard to get everything, but I ended up making a list of plans and tests I wanted to get done. My husband was understandably distrustful of me for a while, but he apologized for the way he acted, which I didn't need, and said that he wouldn't try to kick me out of our home. He did say, though, that if every test came back and I cheated, then he was going to go scorched earth.
Drop some drip in the comments. Y'all agree with my guy?
Said that I'm going back to bed, and I'm going to enroll, and I'm going to go to the frat house.
Yep. All right, y'all ready? Here we go.
We did a few tests, blood paternity tests for him, me, and our daughter. And we had an appointment with a chimerism specialist coming up, but that got canceled because, well, some of you guessed it, but my daughter is not biologically mine either.
Oh, hey,
I do not know how this happened, but a police officer came to our house and took our statements, and we're suing the hospital where I gave birth. I don't know what happened to my baby, and that is terrifying. I have my husband's back, but my whole world was still upended, and I just wish he'd never taken the stupid test.
This is a Rewind Rethink for a minute.
Wow,
Yeah, y'all thought that was y'all thought that was gonna be a little whoopie whoop.
To the kid 35 and you need a kidney or you need a blood transfusion and you know, Daddy, I give you the blood transfusion. All of a sudden, how many people you done seen on that table, and then I'm AB negative or whatever, and she.
I told
and
y'all
they,
I had a cousin. I told y'all I had a cousin. His daughter was like 22. He went to jail and everything for this baby. Come to find out, he needed a kidney or something. So she was like, "Daddy, I give you my kidney. You done did everything for me." Man, they told him, "Listen, this baby can't give you this kidney." He said, "Why not?" They said, "This ain't your baby. Y'all not even related." This man been in jail, paid child support, all that. And the only reason why he found out is because the kid was trying to get that man a kidney, trying to help out. So it happens all the time.
I'm like, who goes through all of that and don't go get tested? If you about to take me to child support hell and all of that, I'm going to get tested. Let's go get tested. Let's make sure if she mine, just to make
But
sure.
some of them
if we
states,
not
they don't
together.
care. You married, they your baby. So we talked about with that Brett Fairley thing. Remember, shout out to Brett Fairley.
Feed it
He's still in jail.
feed them till they look like you. I
Man.
hope he still ain't in jail.
He's still in jail.
Damn.
Brett Fairley's still in jail. But here's my thing: the rewind and rethink, accountability, and we talked about people not doing their job. That's somebody not doing their job.
Some states do.
Yes,
that.
and they do need the paternity test. To me, they need to offer paternity tests in the hospital at birth. Period. Not you decided up to go to the county. No. You need to have that in there at birth and offer it. I'm okay. You know what? One thing with my tax dollars I don't mind? That. Offer it to them. Offer it to them. Now, if you
want to know why they don't do
no,
that? Because if it's a for show baby and it's not your baby, it's the state's baby that they're gonna have to pay for. So they rather try to put it back on the dude until whether it's a maybe or not. As long as you sign up for it, saying that I take responsibility, like good. Yeah.
No, here's my thing. Why do we? But the thing is, why do we even care? Oh, well, we want somebody to take. If they want any kind of assistance, they still gotta tell you who the daddy is. So, and they know who the daddy is.
But I can fake that.
No,
even if I
like
know
you should not even be able.
Down.
You should not even be able to do that unless you can prove that you're married and they took this kid on. It's literally their biological baby.
They did that,
you know what I'm saying? Like adopted.
99 times.
Like no, like you should have to prove that biologically it's your baby, or you were married. Then yeah, that's your baby. Like that. Then that yeah, or you adopted the kid. Like yeah, those scenarios. That yes, that's your baby. It's not biologically your baby, but you accepted the baby. That's different. But no, they need to have it in the hospital at birth. Period. You can't get no assistance, baby, until you figure out who this daddy is. But in this case, I'm gonna be real with you. If I was her, I'd be like, test me too. So I'm with her.
He did get tested.
How does not his baby? I'm just saying, like, I'm with her. I would have did that too. Especially if it was in the hospital, not his baby. I'd be like, here, hit that arm, baby. It's good. I bang right there.
I just hate that whole I spent the day crying shit. You should have instantly been like, oh, come on. We both going in to get tested. Instantly. I know me and I know what I've been doing, and I know that I ain't been with nobody else. Let's go in here and both get tested. Let's get this out the way.
That's crazy though.
But why did he go get tested in the first place?
I can't remember why he did in the first place.
Was it like a 23andMe type of thing? No, it wasn't. It was probably
no,
one of
he
them
did.
Amazon
I don't
tests.
know if I think he looked
like
at
89,
like
99. Shit, let me get one of
No,
these.
I think the baby didn't look like him.
He picked that baby up like, this ain't my damn baby.
So Jocelyn Drip in the comments. Here's my thing about legislation. I think that a lot of these hospitals, they make them in room them. So like they don't take the baby out no more. Like your baby is with you all the time. So I think that's reducing it. But yeah, they should sue the hospital. How did this even happen? Because they're supposed to put a thing on the baby right then. So how the baby's bandage and whatever thing got mixed up? How? I guess maybe when they give him a bath, maybe? I'm trying to figure out how that's even possible.
Where's my damn baby?
That's sad.
This ain't my baby. I'ma love the baby. We gonna keep the baby.
And now this your baby.
But where's my original baby? With some other family, probably with a Chinese family or something. They looking like they getting tested too. They like, wait a minute, the nose. He looked like that damn plain dang.
Speaking of looking, we gonna go into our next one, y'all. Y'all hear about JP Morgan Chase? So let's do another rewind and rethink before we move on, because we're talking about men's rights a little bit. Homie here, I gotta remember what his name is, but he is suing JP Morgan Chase because he was considered an ex. Well, I don't even know if we can say that thing. He's being used for activities that he did not want to partake in per se, and so let's go ahead and
she tried to take his man meat.
She ain't try.
So this is him. This is her, the man that she had been messed with. So she's an executive, and she basically was telling him, like, you about to do this now, baby. When I ain't saying you gonna do it, you're gonna do it now. And so he's basically saying she would pull up on him, threaten his job, tell him he gonna do it to her now. And allegedly he faked that his father died so he could take 3 months off to do acts with her. Drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all think that men can be harassed like this?
Yeah.
You don't think there's nothing he could have did to stop her from taking his thing?
Yeah, throw it back.
So wait a minute. As we talk about this all the time about how men and men's sports, for example, right? Oh, if a man were to square up with a woman and they was equal in weight in boxing class or any of those things, he will mop her. So if that's the case, then how you getting taken advantage of like this?
In a corporate setting, how you just gonna justify just firing? Because I didn't want to give you the man meat. How do you
That's
justify
my question.
That's my thing. Like, shit.
I guess they did an investigation and he didn't want to partake in it, allegedly, which makes sense because if he was going to sue, then I guess he could. But my thing is, I guess it comes down to when we talk about men's rights. Was he asking for it? Because that's what people say with women, right? They be like, she was asking for it. Do y'all take that? Do people take that same approach? Can a man be asking for it? Are we being equal around here? Or are we saying that regardless, people have boundaries and we need to just accept and believe all people? Not just believe all women, believe all people. Drop some drip in the comments. Is it believe all people? Believe all? Hashtag really?
Men too. Nah, I mean, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am a human being. I'm not this big slab of man meat that gotta perform on command all the time. It's like, it'd be hard out here for a pimp.
So you
mean pills. I can't just pop a pill during a work day every day.
There's not enough honey packs in the world that'll satisfy. And so,
how you expect me to be turned on and I got all these damn TPS reports to do?
And then I
have my reports on my desk by the end of the day.
I try to go to
Johnny.
sleep. You have me doing these reports late at night. I close my eyes and 20 minutes later, you in my face telling me, get your ass up. It's time to get naked. And then what I gotta do?
Listen,
it's Mr. Nasty time.
You want reports on your desk, and then you want your ass on my desk. Like, it's just too much corporate pressure. Like, what kind of job security is there? Either way,
I'm gonna call security on your ass if you don't get over here.
But I'm looking at him though. He looked like a soft ass thumb. Like, no, he looked like he can be pushed around. She saw him and smelled. That shark
like
saw
a young Mr. Bean.
Yeah, she saw blood in the water. She was like, he gonna do what I
my
say.
face.
Well, let's see what they got to say on that.
Green banker Chirayu Rana has been dragged online for falsely accusing his former colleague Lorna Hajdini of drugging him and making him her, quote, sex slave.
So she drugged him, y'all.
Right.
Y'all feel like, okay, we're gonna keep going.
I'm sure the story has made its way across your social media in some way, shape, or form recently.
Joe, we're here for you. Okay.
Yeah. Joe said,
this is a safe space.
Listen, Joe said, listen, I do the flying out. I'm not trying to be flued out, and I don't want to be the office floozy that they talking about. I understand, brother. I understand.
Exactly.
I saw her too. We saw pictures of her. She was thick as a Snickers too. Looked like she been doing this for a while. She been in training. She done went to bed you.
Wow.
Filing, one alleged witness who appears to be a family friend of Rana says he was staying at an apartment while visiting New York City and was woken up by Hajjini's drunken antics.
Joe brings up a good point. He says, I'm not going to lie. It just sounds like a great weekend from this lady. Yeah, weekend. I don't want to have to do this on command.
Every day.
And then
it's
a thin line.
Every day.
You know what it is when I'm talking to you?
Yeah.
And all that.
The club shouldn't have to go up on every Tuesday. That's all I'm saying. Like, I got to perform throughout. I got my job, and then I got my job. Like, it's too much. It's too much. I'm overtime and underpaid. And overly late. Is he married?
Like, yeah, like this is enough.
And then he got to go home and then not tell his wife what's going on.
Right.
Well, they're going to give you a scenario.
This is what everybody else did. He said, shit, command me.
See? So look, here, she's going to get into a story of what. So this will be the last part. She's going to get into a story of something that happened. And I want
JP Morgan. I'm going to chase that.
I want to know, do y'all think that this is
overtime?
There needs to be men reform with this, or do you think that he just didn't stand up for himself? Let me know what y'all think.
First of all, that's not woken up by Hajjini's drunken antics in the middle of the night. The witness even claims she invited him to join in on a threesome. Now, after he refused, the witness says Hajjini returned to the bedroom, but he then heard Rana pleading, quote, no, you have to leave. I'm not going to do this. Please stop. Also in the suit, another anonymous witness, this one seemingly the owner of an apartment where some of this allegedly took place, claims that he saw Hajjini kissing Rana's neck on the street sometime during the summer of 2024. Now, before you take all of this as gospel, it's worth noting that Rana has a history of fudging facts. The Post can exclusively report that Rana lied to his bosses about his father dying so he could collect nearly 3 months of paid leave. And he apparently used that time off to prepare the initial lawsuit against Hajjini and JP Morgan while he was away. To be perfectly clear here, his father is alive and well. How am I so sure? The Post spoke to him. But in December of 2024, Rana told his bosses he needed to be with his family following his father's untimely death. Now, he managed to cobble together a variety of paid leave days, including 5 days of bereavement to do it. When the Post spoke with Rana's father and asked him about his son's legal battles with the big bank, he said, quote, I don't know anything about it. He didn't talk with us or anything. He's my son. He's a good guy.
And he might be talking about his stepdaddy. Shit.
Right. His father-in-law.
Really?
Yeah. Don't be doing my man like that. We support you.
I'm with Thumb. Thumb got a point. Thumb shouldn't have been a piece of meat.
Listen.
So, as men, do you think that there needs to be men reform?
It's soft as wet. Sharp.
Do y'all think that there needs to be men reform, that there needs to be some type of legislation to protect men at the same level that, basically like you said, like a men too? Or do you think that, he didn't follow protocol? 'Cause I'll give my 2 cents. I think he didn't follow protocol. I think he was supposed to report her. First of all, document her and put her on the books. He should have at least had that, because he could have maybe even stopped her, like, I don't like this. He make that known. I understand that she can kill his reputation and all those things, but it looks suspect that he didn't do anything. And all of a sudden he pulling up with a lawsuit. As a dude, I would imagine he's been seen kissing on her or doing any of those things, even if it was possibly coercion. But if we live in a society where men are considered to be hunters, right? The optics, even if that is the case, look bad.
Because
I'm just saying, but
plenty
the
of chicks that
optics
come
look
up
bad.
to you right now and be like, yo, my dude, what that
Put it in
dick
there.
do?
What?
Listen, I'd have been in that HR
Damn, this
department.
New York
like,
bitch
look,
is crazy.
she wants
What
this dick,
that
and I'm
dick
tired.
do, dude?
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
He
I'd have been at a
He said, "Poop, yeah."
damn, nah. Now you talking about you getting fired and going to prison. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. But I'd have been in that. I'd have listened. First of all, that paperwork would have got started. No, I'd have did you one better. If I was him, if I was just gonna be that damn soft, I'd have hit her a few times and then I'd have went to HR like, listen, this is affecting my work. I do not want this relationship with her.
That's what I'm saying.
I need this to stop. I can't do this anymore. She wants it every single day. I'm a happily married man. I made a mistake. Anything.
I don't know if he's married.
He might not be, but at the same time,
think
him going to anybody is a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Because
I know.
he would go there and then all of a sudden the table could turn on him. Now he the Slytherin getting Hogwarts by the cops.
Well,
his words.
I say that because that would have supported the lawsuit even more. You know what I mean? Like I told them what was going on. Nothing happened.
Yeah, if nothing happened after you told
Correct.
them,
That's what I was saying. Like,
but at the end of the day,
paperwork started.
At the end of the day, too, if you was slanging a mean Vienna, you should have been walking around there with your chest out, like, bitch, I'm taking off this week.
Not right now. I don't got time, Susie.
She's like, you right. You are taking off, and I'll meet you at the hotel in 20 minutes.
Good. Have my money in the wired in my account.
I need you to
already
relax.
tricking.
Look, you need to relax, Demi Moore. I'm not going to nobody's hotel nowhere. My check look a little short, bitch. What we gonna do about that? Yeah, you should have been listening. See, if he'd have called me, we'd have been listening to some Too Short and talking about what his next role in the company gonna look like. Women sleep their way to the top all the time.
VP? Is it because he's gonna be vice pimp? Is that what the
Yeah, might as well. Look, that's how I'd have been looking. Like, dude, looking like this is how you do these hoes. Man, I'd have been explaining, man, you tripping. You let that bitch do what? Oh, yo soft ass. Oh, you's a bitch.
Wow.
You let her put a leash around your neck and walk you around the Hilton Hotel as her pet? You's a bitch. No, I'd have been, no. That's why I said at some point, I would have had to flip it. You know, don't be what that bang, bang, bang. Like I'd have had to flip that roll around. Like if I'm just gonna participate in it.
I'm just saying he didn't take some of these steps. And the workforce, y'all, is tight. Things are changing, rules are changing. So that's all I'm saying with that. Y'all got anything else what y'all want to add before I go on to the next one?
Nah, he's a bitch.
This is our last drip we gonna get into this is that drip we gonna end with. We talked a lot about the economy. We talked about how people are treated. We talked about we've talked about the workforce. And now people like 2 week what? 2 week nah. 2 week nah. To summarize some of this video, this guy here used to be very advocating for you should give 2 weeks notice, professional and so forth. And now you're like, nah, because guess what? When they bring you in the room, they call you, email you, whatever impersonable thing, walk you out, they don't give you 2 weeks. They don't give you no time. They just say, go ahead and leave. So in a lot of instances, what's a 2 week notice for? So let's go ahead and get into
In some cases, you might give them 2 weeks, and they like, nah, we straight. Like, well, damn, what was I supposed to do?
But in some of that stuff, though, like, shout out to any legal attorney, please hop in employment lawyer. But sometimes in those instances, if you were to say, hey, I'm giving you 2 weeks notice, and they'd be like, you can leave today, that could be wrongful termination potentially.
It is because they owe you. They still owe you for that time. Because now that's
like I didn't.
What do you call that? Retaliatory.
Yeah, potentially. But also like, then, you got other things. So shout out to employment lawyers. Feel free to pull up and drop some drip in the comments and let us know that. But yeah, if you, definitely, if you run into any employment stuff, please talk to an employment attorney. They can definitely help you with any of that stuff. But let's go ahead and get into this.
To the point where if you were to be asked for a recommendation today, they would write it without hesitation and then resign in that order. And if you're not quite sure where that relationship is, that's probably a chance for you to start prodding it and kind of soliciting, what do you think about my performance? And honestly, you've already decided to leave anyway. So even if they come back at, well, there's some things that you need to work on, then it might be a good indication that you probably shouldn't write them down as a reference anyway. But it's also a good chance for you to go around the organization and start asking other people to connect on LinkedIn or be a little tighter. I'd also use this as an opportunity to collect any data that I need that is important to my own career and how I market myself going forward. Metrics, KPIs, things that you need to be aware of to be able to put on a resume. Obviously, making sure that none of it's too proprietary that you could get in trouble if you took it. But certainly anything that has my stamp on it that I want to be able to prove to a future employer or to be able to use to further my own career. I'm going to make strategic decisions to try to get that information beforehand rather than being locked out of a company server. Because the moment that you announce that you're putting your 2 weeks in, you can expect to go back to your desk and have it not be working anymore and not be able to access that stuff. Then step 3, nail down your start date before you say anything. You never want to resign until you have a confirmed start date in writing, not just a verbal offer, not a promise. A signed offer letter, a confirmed start date. You've passed the background checks. You've cleared the drug screens. You've got the company asking you if everything is good on your end. You have to make sure that everything is completely locked in. And even then, it's not 100% guarantee. I've seen
it's not,
offers fall apart and then
offers
are
can
really
fall
stuck
apart.
between a rock and a hard place. So don't put yourself into that position. And step 4, and this one is probably the most important one of the bunch here, is make a very specific and bounded offer when you do resign. You're going to tell them that you're leaving. You're going to tell them that your last day is X date. Tell them that you're happy to help with a smooth handoff. Answer questions, document your work, help bring somebody else up to speed. But what you're not doing, you're not taking on new projects. You're not completing work that's still in progress. You are offering a clean off-ramp, no more 2 weeks of full productivity. You need to say that out loud when you resign. You need to make sure that they're very clear about it. You're here simply to hand off where you are in that current state. And
that is huge. That's huge before you end up with that's huge. Like, remember, like you here, but you're not here. You here, but remember, I'm not gonna be here. So there's no need of you treating me like it's business as usual, because this ain't my business as usual. My business is at the new job. I'm just here helping you. So JoJo and them got an idea of what I used to do, because that's business as usual for them. But I will be doing business as usual over there. Keep that in mind. And I'm gonna let them cook a little bit, and we'll finish and wrap this up.
reason being is that they're likely to get cute. They're likely to push a bunch of work on you and try to get as much productivity out of you before you leave, because they have all these outstanding things and you caught them off guard. So in other words, when they start loading you up with new work, or they start pressuring you to complete things that you never agreed to, or making you feel guilty about leaving with all this stuff that still needs to be completed, that's your signal to get the heck out. You've made them a bounded, very firm offer of what you're willing to do. And if they're not honoring it, the deal's off. Leave early on the terms that you need. Same day, no warnings. They change the terms, not you. And if they terminate you for it, check your state unemployment guidelines.
See,
that's the
boom.
backup here. Because ultimately at this point, you should be mentally checked out.
There you go. So you said that too. So drop some drip in the comments, y'all. Y'all still doing 2 weeks notice? To me, you can offer, depending on what your relationship is. Remember though, and I think I shared that story about not burning your bridges, right? You never know who that person gonna be. You don't want to burn your bridges. But at the same time, remember, these places will let you go in a day. If they treating you crazy, think that you owe them, you gonna get this project. I'm gonna do what? I'm already gone. I'm Casper. Woo-woo. I'm not here, baby. I'm gone. Don't play with me. Where have you, Jim, where you been? At lunch? You went 2 hours ago. So what you about to do? What you doing, Johnny? You let me go? You about to leave me? You let me go today? is the issue? Is there a problem?
I'm gone. They want
I mean,
me to
I've
stop.
given
They
a
want me to
6-week notice one time because I knew it was gonna be messed up. I have too much on my plate. I even helped with somebody to replace me because I'm not coming back.
Okay,
So,
flex.
Here's your 6.5 week notice. Are you sure that you need that long? I'm sure that you need that long.
Yeah, this for you.
That's
This
the
ain't for
reason
me.
why I'm giving it to
gone.
you.
Woo-woo. This for you.
Yeah, like I already had plans to move
Business.
to a
This is
whole
for
nother
you.
state and everything, so I was done. I was ready to go to some sunshine and everything else. So when I positioned that, it was because we were in the middle of some major projects. It was at the close of one, but I could effectively hand off everything like tasks that I would do that nobody else was aware of, and it would take time to transition. Also, I'm creating decks for senior leaders and execs and stuff like that. These are things that that everybody takes for granted, right? Because it was not automated. Who's gonna do it if I just up and bounce? So I'm trying to do that. I'm giving it to the senior dude that I'm supposed to be handed off to. I could already tell he ain't paying attention. He don't give a shit. And so I check in every now and then, see what was going on. None of that stuff is getting done. But what usually happens when it's like that, they'll just say, such and such left, and it was because they were shitty, and all of it fell apart. Like it couldn't be like that. It couldn't be that. If I was there, it wouldn't have been like that. But all of a sudden, I leave. You get to blame me for the bullshit. No. That means that I'm the person that kept it together. People have their excuses and the things that they like to do. Unfortunate. Accountability. Keep it, hold it dear. Take responsibility for yourself, for your actions. And when you over here trying to blame people for, and that's kind of like on the political side of things, where this administration, I don't give a damn about none of that. Like, you're here because they fucked up. Now, what are you gonna do?
That's it.
Stop telling me about what somebody else did. I don't want to hear that. That's some baby shit. That's some kid shit. What are we doing now?
Whole life based around what somebody else did. False information. I don't know you're racing. I'm at the finish line with the flag waving. Come on.
There you go.
That's it. I'm in the hall already, on the wall already. I'm gonna work hard. I'm a Warhol already. It's over with. I'm done. Being nice, even staying here these 2 weeks. I'm doing you a favor. Because I could be at the house with my damn feet up, watching TV, hugging my wife and seeing my kids every morning. But I'm here trying to help you guys with this important transition because I know I am a one of one in your organization. And you didn't see it that way. You didn't appreciate me in the same vein as you should have, but you really are once that void needs to be filled. So let me help you guys with this transition. You don't know it yet, and that's part of the reason why I'm leaving, because you didn't know it then. So let me show y'all what it is that I was doing that you might not even took notice. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. I'm giving you these last 2 weeks to button up some things for you. But hell no, I ain't taking on nothing new. Hell no. And lunch, don't get mad at me if my usual hour lunch might be 1 hour and 20 minutes now. Got other things I gotta do now because I'm not even here. I'm really moving out.
What happened is, like, people get mad when they see you leaving, and then they want you to hurry up and get the hell out of here because they don't want people to get ideas. Oh, dang, left. Shit. What's that market looking like? Where you go? And you got people, where you going to? Where you going to, Plain Dane? They got any openings?
They don't want it to lead to a staph infection, as I like to call it. Everybody on staff like, what the fuck? You been here for... Wait a minute, you what? Shit. Now everybody all nervous. That's what happens. And usually, in certain corporate environments, there is no real announcement at times unless you someone in leadership that you're leaving. They name just get taken out the group chat and everybody like,
right?
You get hit with a billion questions.
Some damn Lord of the Flies shit, or like where you don't speak their names when they people were here. You talk to them every day, and then you supposed to just pretend like they don't exist when they
shall
don't.
not be. He or she shall not be mentioned anymore. It's just that quiet transition. You like, damn, why they name get? Oh shit! Did they quit? Did they get fired? What happened? And a lot of times,
they Teams chat just be disappearing. You go to look them up, got that gray X next to them and shit. You like, damn.
Yeah.
What happened to Susie? Shit, I thought she was coming back.
You told me she
I'm
had
already
a report for me and
home.
shit. I was waiting. Who the hell?
But
am I gonna talk to?
the thing is, it be the same people that folks already like in those situations. It be the same people that you already looking at what they doing, and you like, I don't know how the hell he's still here or how the hell she's still here. She don't do shit. They already water cooler talking about him, but then when that name gets snatched out or something happen, they don't see him no more. They like, so why they let him go? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why did he or she get? You know why? But it's different when you
about them.
higher
They
up.
talking about the people that leave.
No, that's what I'm
you
saying.
like,
Like,
damn.
It's different levels. So, you got the ones who actually been, that's been pulling their weight, doing their thing, and they hit you with
Right.
yeah, guys. So just wanted to make a quick announcement. This is going to be my last day. When you have to break the news to the others, everybody like, what? When you breaking the news, they know you going to greener pastures. It hurts different. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, damn.
That's my
We
dog.
had our workout Wednesdays in the morning in the gym.
Yeah, like, damn, please. So you leaving? You leaving? Really?
Right.
You what? I mean, well, what happened? I can't get into all of that, but just know that you're gonna shine. You're gonna shine. You're gonna be fine. I just had to do what was best for me. Don't worry. It doesn't affect you. It's not a you thing. It's me.
Well, y'all, that is the show we got for y'all today. We definitely went way longer than I anticipated us going, but we appreciate y'all dripping with us. Hopefully gave y'all some more confidence as you go into this next week. And y'all know it's Mother's Day this weekend. It's about to be Father's Day in a month. We got graduations coming up. We got Memorial Day coming up, y'all. The summer is upon us. It's right here. It's right there. It's right there. So we appreciate it. Once again, come and drip with us every Friday night about 11:30 EST when I'll be making us late. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'll be making us late. But 11:30 EST. Make sure y'all tell 2 people you like someone you don't. Hit that subscribe button because you won't regret it. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Check us out on all the socials. You know what? Shout out to Joe, OG I Squad. Be a part of I Squad.
OG
Be a sub.
Please.
We appreciate you.
Yo, y'all got a great OG over there too, my dog Joe, I Squad. You know what I mean? Thank you all for joining us again. You did not make us late. You made us great. Sometimes it takes a little longer for the turkey to get done, but when it's done, it's always good when it's cooked right.
Make sure y'all check out the community tab. Let us know what y'all like as well. And check out the videos. We drop some new content, meaning we use some of this. We cut it up for y'all every day. Every day there's content for y'all to look at. So you ain't got to go through the whole live stream. But if you want to, we appreciate it. I am your co-host, Jim Jones. And along with me is my co-host, Plain Dane. In the background. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next Friday. We out here. Bye.
Peace.
Skyline kisses the moonlit tide.